I mean, we
Well,
could talk
Yeah, I
about the
feel like
Def Noodles thing. You think maybe that'll take too long? There's not a lot of information out there
right. Yeah,
about
let's
Def.
talk about it.
Yeah, why don't we talk about that and then we
So
can go
Def
to
Noodles announced that he is suing Keemstar. Now, this is really took me by surprise, I have to say.
Murderer.
And I can't say that Keemstar doesn't deserve it, but let's analyze this from a completely fair. I'm going to be impartial as possible. Obviously, I like Def and hate Keemstar, as you guys know. And Keemstar has defamed me and many other people. So,
Yep.
but let's look at this impartially. Here, first of all, this is where he announced it, right?
Half that slux. Anyway, folks, as you read in the title of the video, I am suing Keemstar. Now, for those of you who started following me recently and are not aware, nearly 1 year ago, Keemstar knowingly published false and defamatory allegations against me. He claimed I groomed numerous underage girls. Keemstar has since confessed twice to fabricating these allegations to punish me. He has never officially retracted these allegations, nor has he ever corrected them. These allegations have caused me great harm socially and professionally. I am now suing him to clear my name of these false allegations and to hold him accountable for knowingly making false accusations. And now a palate cleanser.
Now, can I say I can be a witness in a way?
Go ahead.
Some sort of a witness, because I remember when Keemstar posted that, and then I think maybe one of you guys shared it or something. And when I saw that tweet or headline, whatever it was, I was like, oh no, not Def. Like,
I had the same reaction.
right? Because we were all loving him, and I was like, it's like when the Me Too happens, and it's like, oh no, not my favorite actor, or I had that feeling like not Def, and then I was like, oh, obviously it's Keemstar, so gotta look into it. But it did that moment to me, and then it's like at the back of your head, it's there. There's like maybe.
So I had the same exact reaction when I saw that. I was like, "Holy shit!" I believed it when I saw it because I don't know Keemstar. The thing about Keemstar is he professes to be a legitimate news source. Obviously, that's debatable for people that know him well. I don't think the people that consume his content necessarily know what a liar he is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But also, he's reported on several very serious allegations of essay and stuff. So, like, if you take his track record as a news person who has broke several serious stories of this nature, I think you have a really good argument that he has, breached his responsibilities here. And now defamation. Well, let me read it. So this is the tweet he's referring to. Def Noodles has allegedly groomed girls ages 12 to 15. Big YouTuber source said victims are scared of him and wish to stay anonymous, but may come forward soon. #drama alert. And then he responded to it saying, Def Noodles has declined to give us a comment on these allegations made against him. Now, what's interesting is this tweet's still up, and he never retracted it. Only a year later, a year later, he said this. This is the tweet. This is in the filing, right?
Yeah.
So this is actually also in the filing. He says, don't you remember he kept posting nonstop fake P-word stories on YouTube? So I posted this tweet to mock him. In May 2021, everyone knows this is a joke, that I'm mocking him. But now he's taking it completely out of context, acting like it's a serious allegation. So what's interesting about this statement is, one, I have to explain defamation because a lot of people don't understand it. Defamation isn't just lying about someone. It's when you lie about someone maliciously with the intent to harm their reputation while knowing that it's not true. That's a super high bar to reach. And what this tweet does, which was posted a year later, actually proves malicious intent, and he knew it wasn't true. So it's kind of a weird tweet because on one hand he's saying, that it was a joke, and everybody knew that it wasn't serious. I actually don't believe that. I think the only reason people knew it wasn't serious is because Def Noodles kept talking about it and being like, this is bullshit, he made it up and stuff like that. but Keemstar never clarified or retracted it. So like,
The original here you have.
yeah, the
link.
original's
footage
still up.
still
I
up.
mean, yeah. And Keemstar's done that to me. He made a video saying I stole money from a video game to embezzled money, and I did a whole video proving that it wasn't true, and it's still up. So like, technically, I could technically sue him for defamation, the same way, right?
By the way, if he's saying that everybody knew it was a joke, it's like, let's look at the comment. Do people know it's a joke?
Yeah, he has some comments in the filing to
Right.
show that people thought it was real.
Yep.
Exactly.
Did you guys, anyone read the full filing? I haven't read. I mean, I just saw excerpts and screenshots and stuff.
I read through it. I mean, I'm no lawyer, but
Here it is.
It's not an expert opinion, but yeah, I mean, like you said, because you've been dealing with the Ryan Kavanaugh bullshit lately, defamation has been.
I've been sued twice for defamation.
Right.
Once by Matt Haas, once by Ryan Kavanaugh.
Right, and so
Wait, Matt Haas did defamation?
Yeah. That got thrown out.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, we've explored that quite a bit. And like you said, it is at least in the United States, the laws are different.
No, it's state by state. California has a really strong anti-SLAPP thing for public figures, and New York actually has a new anti-SLAPP law that is kind of unexplored. So it's hard to say which direction this is going. But here's the filing. Here's the tweet we just read. And basically, it's a really simple filing. It's quite short, only 9 pages. Pretty sure you have like 30 pages on these things.
It's 14 pages.
Just 9, actually. Dark Viper. But so right off the bat, you have to say, like, when you're suing someone for defamation, you just have to assume you're automatically on the back foot. So, like, just off the bat, because of the nature of defamation lawsuits, I'll say that Keemstar is likely to win. That being said, it's not a slam dunk for him. I think this is a really interesting case here. And I think Keemstar's likely defense is going to be, basically, they're going to say that the Tucker Carlson defense.
Yeah. Nobody rational would take me serious.
Nobody rational would take me serious. It's just entertainment.
Wouldn't you have to prove that, like, he makes jokes like this all the time or something, like you'd have to show that there's a reason to think that this was a joke.
I'll tell you exactly how it's going to play out. So if they filed this, now Keemstar's lawyers have to respond. They're going to respond by saying, Keemstar's an entertainer. He's not a news person. Nobody would take these charges seriously. Now, if I was Def's lawyer, what I would do in response to that,
Find all the times that he says that he's reporting news.
find all the times he said, I just report the news. Find all the times he's talked about serious times he's reported on essay allegations, and show meticulously that he is serious news person. And not only that, he has a propensity to report on essay in a serious manner. And then, Keemstar's...
And then add to all that the old guy that was fakely accused of
That's just
wrongly.
He's done it before.
Yeah.
A fantastic example, and that had dire consequences. And then I think Keemstar's lawyers are just going to have to try to dispel one by one each example that Def Noodles lawyers can bring up. But that's it. So that he files his initial one. Keemstar's lawyers respond, and then he responds to that, and then Keemstar responds to that. And basically, what's going to happen is Keemstar's lawyers are going to file the anti-SLAPP, which basically means that because Def Noodles is a public figure, it's really hard to defame public figures, and it's basically like I have free speech and I can say whatever the fuck I want, and this person's just trying to silence me. That's what the anti-SLAPP's for. Which is actually really true in the case of Ryan Kavanaugh and Matt Haas. And I don't know, this is a really interesting case. I don't think Keemstar thinks this is an easy dub. It's not going to be. This could go either way, frankly. I'm just saying it's probably going to go to Keemstar just because of the nature of defamation lawsuits. But this is interesting.
I think he has a pretty good case though, Def.
Yeah, he's got him admitting that he said it maliciously.
Which is like the hardest hurdle. Like that's the one. That's specifically the part that most.
Yeah, how can you
defamation suits
possibly prove
hinge
that?
on? Right.
How can you possibly prove that the person knew it was a lie and said it maliciously, short of them saying, I made this lie up maliciously, which is what Keemstar did. Pretty incredible.
I have been caught in 4K.
But the problem is, like, even in what you said, Hila, you said, I saw the allegation,
Yeah.
and then I saw it was from Keemstar, and I said, oh, I better look into that. That's Keemstar's defense.
That's literally, yeah, exactly. That's his defense.
His defense is gonna be that he's a joke, a walking joke.
Yeah, but like,
a walking
like
L.
exactly you said.
That's-
Yeah.
I
and
saw
that's-
this was from Keemstar.
He's gonna have to write that with his lawyer, though. I'm a walking L. Therefore, nobody takes me seriously. Therefore, this couldn't have been a serious
It's true.
allegation.
Whatever his lawyer has to write in there, we have to quote that for a
Yeah.
time. Whenever he reports the news, we'll be
He's
like,
gonna,
actually, no, you're not.
He's gonna be at the crossroad. Like, are you really a news person or are you a walking joke?
Yeah, you
We'll
got
have
pick
to
a lane.
see.
You know, unfortunately,
Little dear Keemy.
unfortunately, first of all, I am rooting for Def Noodles because Keemstar's a piece of shit, and Def Noodles is a friend of mine. And Keemstar is just a vile human being. He doesn't do this to just Def Noodles. He does it to everyone. But, you know,
I think he
it's kinda
should
messy
add
in terms of.
I mean, the fact that also he still hasn't removed the tweet shows like no remorse on his end, no attempt of trying to make it right.
Right.
That does kind of factor into lawsuits usually.
I don't like, personally, I don't really love the precedent of YouTubers suing each other for defamation. I don't know. But, like, I really do
When it
think
comes
this
to
is an
Keemstar,
outlier.
though.
Because who the fuck else would get sued for defamation other than Keemstar?
Well, and
And
Def,
me, of
and
course.
Def says that it had a genuine financial impact on him. He lost sponsors.
That's
as a
very
result of
interesting.
this,
That's
which-
very interesting.
That's part of the. I don't know if that factors into the defamation part or if it just factors into.
Yeah,
what the,
no. If you can prove damages, it's all the better.
Right. Okay. So.
Definitely. I mean,
Yeah, it's not great.
yeah, but Keemstar's defamed lots of people. Basher, Tobiscus. You know, there was even a DM leaked where Keemstar was saying that to Basher, if you guys remember that far back, that he was going to get girls to lie and make shit up about him if he didn't come on a show. Or what was the context?
To my knowledge, though, he denies that was real. But yeah, saying something like, you better stop talking about me, or I'll have 2 interviews set up with underage girls
To lie about you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't real, guys. According to Keemstar,
Oh, there you go.
who is a beacon of truth and transparency.
Dumb motherfucker AB.
So, it's very, very interesting. But I have to say, from my perspective, when I saw that, I thought it was true for a minute, and I saw all of his goons were echoing it. It turned into like a meme of theirs that they kept echoing it, but it wasn't said like ironically. They were genuinely. It seemed like they were genuinely trying to spread that rumor. And I thought it was true for a minute until I realized I watched Def Noodle's videos. I was like, oh, they're just literally making that up. Like, it's kind of fucking nuts.
Oh, one other, I think, important aspect of it that we didn't mention when we were describing it is the second follow-up tweet is also included. Def Noodles has declined to give us a comment on these allegations and made against him. Def in the filing says that A, that's not true, and B, in fact, Keem blocked him right before he posted this so that Def couldn't even interact with it or defend himself.
That's pretty bad too.
Yeah.
Again, because
Yeah.
again, he sees this. He's like, "Oh, I'm making an obvious joke," but it's not an obvious joke, actually, at all. And especially since he never corrected it till a year later, you know. But yeah, someone pointed out that Keemstar calls Def Noodles defamation noodles, and so if Def actually wins a defamation case against Keemstar, that's going to be a dub.
Defamed
I
Noodles.
saw somebody say in the chat, "Deaf to all Keemstars."
Right.
That was a good one.
So, you know what? I wish in a way that it didn't have to come to this, obviously. I've never sued anyone in my life. If I was going to sue someone for defamation, it would be Keemstar. I'm personally not a litigious person. I don't want to sue anyone for anything. ever, you know. But I understand defamation. You know, he wanted to you know, justice, I guess, and that's how you get it, right? That's how you do it. So he's going to put it before a judge, and we'll see what happens. But it's going to be interesting to follow, definitely.
I'm basically Hitler.
This is the quote unquote fake DM.
Yeah.
So I should say Keemstar says this is fake. Who put this out? Basher?
Yeah.
I don't know that Basher lied about stuff. I'm not super familiar with that story. But look, I'm not Brain Martin. If you talk shit about me behind my back again, I'll have 2 interviews set up of underage girls and chat logs. I have done nothing to you, but since you want to swing at me, get ready to get killed. I have to say that's literally exactly how Keemstar talks. Like, I'll just say that. I mean, unless Basher is like an absolute genius, that's and the thing about like, he's got this weird obsession with like, if anyone slights him the least, then I'm gonna swing back. He literally says that, swing back. It seems real, you know.
I just want to say that I personally didn't hear him deny it, but when I got in an argument with someone about it, one of his goons, they said that he denied that was real. So I don't know. It was a long time ago.
So he denies that it's real, but based on my expertise, sounds like Keemstar, and that's a pretty fucking insane thing to say. Thank you. But
Let me
I
know,
think
because I got a fucking files on top of files to swing back at.
the Keemstar even respond.
Good one,
Yeah.
Jack.
Has he responded? He said something.
He said he's going to take his play button because famously, the first time that Keem was sued by that guy and won, I don't even know how he gamed this, if it was like part of the
Settlement.
the settlement or whatever, but
Yeah.
he took the guy's YouTube play button.
Yeah, so a DJ sued him for defamation, which was like a way, way weaker case than Def Noodles. And Keemstar won on an anti-slap. And when you win on an anti-slap, you can pursue legal fees. And during the, I guess, settlement talks, he said that he won't sue for attorney's fees if he hands over his play button, which I have to say is kind of epic. He has the guy's play button. Yeah, here it is. I'm gonna add another play button to my collection. You know what's crazy? I just hope, because like I don't know anything about defamations. Def Noodles.
It gets confusing. There's a lot of defs being thrown around.
I don't know anything about Def Noodles' lawyers, but I hope they're fucking good. But I don't know what Def Noodles' coffers look like, because if the anti-slap gets rejected by the judge, which would be good for Def Noodles, then they're going to have to do discovery, depositions. It may, unlikely, but it may go to a jury, and this is going to cost them hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I don't know what is going on. I tried to talk to Def Noodles, and he wouldn't tell me anything. He was keeping it like super close to the vest.
I mean, that's
so he's
probably
taking
smart.
it really seriously. I just don't know how far he can take this thing, because these are very expensive, very, very expensive.
I mean, if it was anybody but Keemstar, I would say there's probably a good chance they'll just settle. But I feel like Keemstar will want to take this all the way.
Yeah, no, Keemstar's not going to settle.
Right.
There's no shot. No shot. Unless if he's really losing and it's not looking good, they might make a settlement arrangement, but that's not coming for a while. Someone said, how much does your legal stuff cost? Man, it's so much money. I mean, my attorneys are amazing, I got to say. My attorneys are like, I love them. They're just so talented and good and thorough. Wow, thanks for the gifted sub, guys. I just noticed 20 from Ishan.
20?
Yeah, and 10 from Catherine. That's so nice. Thank you guys so much. Love this gifted sub thing. It's like...
Wait, so how does that work?
So how it works is they can buy other Fupa Troopers memberships. And we learned on Wednesday that YouTube randomly gives it, but they give it to people who are most engaged with the channel.
Oh.
So people who have a lot of watch time are engaging. They're going to end up getting free
That's really cool.
memberships from these very generous Fupa troopers. So cool. Yeah, isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
So shout out. My legal fees are insane. I mean, you can only imagine. I got sued 4 times. You know, I don't even keep track of it anymore. It's a lot. It's just a lot, but it's fine. You know what I mean?
It's hard to keep track because there's months where there's a lot of work to do and then a little bit of waiting time or something. So it goes up and down.
Yeah, but the good thing is that it looks like we're gonna get our attorney's fees back for the tortious interference one. I haven't read a update, but it looked like they missed their deadline for filing to dispute that. So I think they might have to fork over a fat check to me for the tortious interference, which I'm going to frame, by the way. I'm going to blow that up and put it right behind us. And hopefully I'll have a whole collection of them by the end of this.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, so you can gift one. Someone just gifted one. Thank you, Kiki. Kiki, do you love me? Are you handsome? So anyway, it's going to be real interesting to follow. You know, I hate that it has to come to this with a defamation lawsuit between YouTubers. I don't think it is good. I wouldn't say it's good for the community. You know, any legal precedent like that against creators is probably going to be just, it's not going to be good. You know that. You know, when I'm fucking getting sued by Ryan Kavanaugh, Triller, or some asshole like Matt Haas, it's great. It can set great precedents, but you have 2 creators going at it, trying to, you know, that's bad. I don't know. It's bad. But listen, you can't defame people.
Unfortunately, Keemstar has been at it for years.
It was only a matter of time before he got sued for defamation.
Yeah. I mean, nothing else seems to help, you know. I get it. Def's been talking about it. He did everything. But look, the guy didn't even remove the tweet. Like,
yeah, exactly. He did the same exact thing to me, you know. The same exact thing. His video's still up about me. Thank you guys for all the gifts and donations. Love you all so much. Discovery on Keem's hairline, please, Alexandra said. I'm going to back you up on that one. So, you know, all right. We'll see what happens. I'll definitely be following and updating you guys.
He said discovery on why he wore all of his clothes in the pool.
We're going to need some information on that.
Yeah, we're going to need a deep dive on that.
Keemstar, shut up.
Yeah, but Discovery will be interesting because they're going to be able to subpoena every conversation he's had with his goons privately about Def Noodles and whatever they've been coordinating amongst themselves. And if he doesn't, you know, if he doesn't give it up in Discovery, he can be held
contempt.
Yeah, I think it's illegal.
And it was used in a book, huh?